In 105, I had made a list of the daily burn event steps that we were contending with. I only did this a singular time, but it was mostly for my sake, trying to figure out what the extent of the effort was that needed to be done to keep all of our stuff alive. We had this was later on in the war, July 3rd, so July 5th is when it got blown up, so this is fairly up to date. Yeah, July 5th is when everything died, the night of July 4th and the morning of July 5th. So 17,000 MSUPs were needing to be made with some change to satisfy the demands of this facility. So with the train setup that we had, where we were in for 60K, that's the train and the train some change, because it was bringing 12K worth. 6 plus 6. Yeah, a train and a half. So every day we would be on the hook for a train and a half for all of the MSUPs that would have to be created. Using our setup then. The Primo version. The Primo being like we had developed which made the thing. And something that I wanted badly, and we were able to, the 60K sub 60K salvage import. We were on the hook for 1.5 trains daily. Because it was a 12K per worth trains, like units of material. We run like 12 1.5 trains a day, and this would allow us to make the stuff that would keep the Great March stuff alive. But what it would not do is alleviate the problem of the stuff in the Heartlands. And this stuff is not mentioning Cox's stuff in Red River either, so it was even higher than 17.5K. When it comes to War 104, where it was like a 4 out of 10 setup, when it comes to the difficulty of the facility, I was able to look into the archives of the Discord and find out the setup that we had. These red numbers are new. This is what I've, we tried to go for 8 days of protection. That's just what it was, and but these red numbers indicate the daily. So altogether, I had accepted administration for divvying out like one person gets one tunnel more or less. The war ended before it really came to much usage at all, but a sane representation of the places like the Swivel Bank with the blue circle, and then Whiskey's set up here with these two things is a C9 maker, and then the water connection and the Doom Lords. This was like the administration that we chose, and then so the main facilities problem was one segment, and then the Jimmy's Frontier Wall was the second, which was pretty fun. That he made a thing like that. It was pretty neat, and that got its own administration, and that's what it was costing a day. So 4344 plus 32736. That's how much we have to do per day. So these two numbers, 17,232. This is where we were at for that. This is where we were for that. So there's the raw numbers. 104 to 105, the demand was that makes it 46% of 104's demand. So 54% less, and this was 46% more. The reason this was on its face, this ought to have been a lot easier. In many ways it was, but one of the major elements is that this was dispersed over multiple hexes. we can check Foxhole stats, see the we're able to check Foxhole stats to see the distances to the salvage field and to the power that you have to do. So we were in for 104. The way that it was set up. So the salvage field was right over here. The pull field was right here. So salvage was there, power was there, and the facility was here, where the main tunnel is. Right here, let's just say. It doesn't have to be perfect, but nonetheless. Oh, no, I can't do the range thing. Crap. So I actually must have this thing over that. Didn't do it. I was experimenting with something else. I do this, now I get this. And then from here, shoot, was I even all the way zoomed in? Because it matters. Crap. Alright, so that's not gonna work. The rangefinder thing that I had, it only works if it's always zoomed in game. I don't know if the zoom feature is similar for voxel stats, but anyways, we can just do something like this to get the ranges. 100 meters for the power to travel, and then was it 200 meters? No. 250. 225. Yeah, 225 is fair, and then 100 is fair. So 100 for the power and 200 for the 225 for the salvage. That's the set that we had for 104. It was very easy to make maintenance supplies. So it's probably not easier setup to set aside the demand of concentrated facility stuff. We were definitely soiled, and it warped the prediction of what things will always be like. We thought it was easy, generally, but no, we had selected just a very good spot. We finally shook up, and it was very easy to make maintenance supplies. No doubt about that. And it was concentrated, so it was very easy to distribute as well. There was no need to. Oh, well, I'll get to that now. Yeah, so the first over many hexes, each one kind of had its own M-sub making potential, and having to interact with all these things was very difficult. Because some places was really good at making M-sub, somewhere not, like in Peroxy, it was very poor because there was no salvage nearby. And Red River is a little bit easier because of power and salvage being nearby. Camp Senti was like middle. Fairly difficult in Camp Senti. But on the higher end of the difficulty, closer to very difficult as opposed to very easy, or even easy. It was not easy to get M-subs in Camp Senti. Except that we had involved these types of ranges. The main minimum was like right here. So 590, just like 600 of that. What did that give us? Yeah, 600 is fair. We were going into it with the notion of getting the salvage at 600 meters and then power at 600 and even higher. Was it 750? So 600 and 750 are the two numbers. This is what the thought was. That's what I thought was out of there. There were two of them, but right next to each other anyway. Red box for power? No, red box for salvage. Yellow box for power. And then an asterisk for both power setups. Has the embedded salvage command. Diesel has it weigh heavily on singular people because it's a private queue. Diesel. It's not something anybody else can access. Yeah, if we were just to look at 50, half less demand, but for salvage, if the distance would have been 675 meters, then it would have been triple, 80% greater distance. Yeah, so this is the type of stuff we were contending with. Wild. I think you do it like 166%. Is that how you do the math? Maybe it'd be 37.5% less distance. I think that's actually like good. Divided by 600. That's going to be times 100, but then it'd be 100 minus it. So 62% less travel distance. So we had 46% more demand, but 62% less travel distance for salvage to get it where it needs to be, and then 86% left for power to get it where it needs to be. And gold is easy. Diesel is not. We were just using flatbeds for the majority of this, whereas this was just satisfied with the small gauge train. So this is a very hard setup to accomplish. But if we just bided our time until trains came out, and having the this thing, I recognize I did the math wrong for this, and you only need one box of diesel to satisfy the thing, but still, the petrol's free, the diesel's not. So petrol on the other hand is better. And because the demand was so much higher in World 105, it's this many maintenance supplies, but got easily. It's this many maintenance supplies, but got very difficult. Did I do this one right? Yeah, just straight up 750% more distance or power on a bad thing, bad choice of power. Provided we had this, we would have been able to export and save Camp Senti. One thing I didn't like about the 60K import, another thing I didn't like about it was that you have to verify that the power was up to snuff at the place where you were bringing it to, because then it has to start making it, and then you'd have to wait for it to be made. And those two things, yeah. If you just made the MSUPs locally, you'd have more throughput, 30% more throughput, 18,000 instead of 12,000. The MSUPs would be made locally, so you don't have to worry about the power setup at the place we try to bring it to. And then I guess I forgot. Shoot. You don't have to wait at the destination, because building 8 material factories at Camp Senti is not something anybody in their right mind would have done. So you would have the process. We were processing at 2x when we could have been doing 8x. 2 material factories. We almost made another material factory to make 3x, but 8x just blows it out of the water. Only 47 minutes. The only downside is that we'd have to have a facility like this, but it would have been worth it. No defenses needed. And just nice it up. Yeah, our previous setup was 112k worth. So lifting 1.5 trains daily. Whereas this is like a full train worth of MSUP and then you're done. Yeah, like this important salvage doesn't consider the creation of the MSUPs. How much time you have to wait for that. And then, yeah. Just like the workflow is a lot better for exporting MSUPs. And the principal thing, yeah, this would help Camp Senti. This would help Jimmy and a lot of the guys, but it would not help me when it came to the Heartland stuff. Because then from here we'd have to drive it from by Logic Truck to Heartlands, which I did a couple of times, but no, if you have just a train worth of Logic Truck that had MSUPs in it, then you just will bring 8 to Camp Senti, and then 4 to the Heartlands, bring it back to the facility that makes MSUPs, and then that's it, done. No more. We needed a step like this badly because this number would have gone up, how many trains we needed per day, but also when we had the Tempest cannons and we had to maintain the defenses of this facility, it would, yeah, the cost would go up, and then just we would have to have a way to sort it out, solve that problem, and we could easily have kept track of how many MSUPs per day, and just converted into train loads, and yeah, just go by that. How many production runs of the 18K do we have to do every day to satisfy the retention of everything? That this would have been like the main retention aspects of everything. It'd probably be like a recurring task in the Discord. Prime number 1, second to getting like ammo and industrial, and much space between the primary task and the secondary task. The primary task would have been this. So what is the appropriate time to upgrade to this system, where we have a designated place to make MSUPs? The appropriate time to do that, like when this train has to be out, but also once that number hits like 8,000 or 9,000, so it's one train load a day gives you 2 days worth of coverage. Yeah, we could have thought of it in these ways. How many production runs do we have to do every day? And if we want many days of coverage, we just do many production runs. That'd be like the thing that we team up to do. Yeah, so throughput, all the things that this setup has going for it. Increased by a third is the throughput. Distribution, which is a necessity with the dispersed setup that we had. But having the task be concentrated. Like there probably is some video of just how to make MSUPs using this thing, and then that'd be the biggest way to put it out. Yeah, so I didn't realize that we need a thing like this, and the advantage to the situation was what Whiskey made with the 60K import. But I ought to have known better, because we were going for 4 Tempest cannons. Yeah, somehow I was under the impression that the facility stuff would be light, might be back to workshops, and then delete them, and then our footprint when it comes to facility stuff would have been light. So we're not serious facility people, we just did facility stuff for the sake of Tempest cannons, and we deleted the whole lot after the fact, and then just reduced it to Camp Senti. But this was wrong, because the maintenance retention of Camp Senti would have continued to be a problem, because we have to store the train there behind the defensive perimeter. We have to store the Tempest cannons and retain all of the defenses, which would have cost a lot. So I have to have known better. Yeah, this War 104 setup really worked things. Because we were so dispersed, a lot of stuff going on in hexes, it didn't make sense to make a chart like this, because you can't fit it in a nice little image map right here. I did it for this stuff, but I didn't make an image indicating just what the tunnels were, or any assignments or anything like that, just because it wouldn't have fit. It would have been 2 maps, and then they usually would have had difficulty not having their eyes glaze over. This was done appropriately, setting up into the main facilities problem and the frontiers of something. This was not done appropriately. Yeah, just a lot of willy-nilly ad hoc effort towards like administrative things that I did in War 104, when it needed to be a lot more concrete, like at least 3 times. That's all I wanted to say this front.